some really big names, I think, over the years.
Oh yeah, well obviously Johnny Cash was up there. I think John Denver was up there too. But I do know I saw Tin Lizzy there, the original Tin Lizzy. I saw him there in about, I think it was around 19, I still am a big Tin Lizzy fan. I saw him there in 1972. And actually he met Phil Lynott there. It was a funny story how I met him. When the show was over, everybody, you know, was kind of gone out the door. There weren't too many people just be hanging around in them days. The Breens had it like. So I went over, because we lived in the lane next to the showboat. So I went over, and when I was over there, I said, I'd never get an opportunity again. I said, I'd go back over, I might see Phil Lynott, I said. Like, so I went back over, knocked on the door, and Ned Barden, God be good to him, Ned was the elder kind of projectionist fell in there as such, but Ned kind of ran the forum at the time. And I said, Ned, any chance of going back in? I said, I might catch one and see. Oh yeah, he said, yeah, come on in. There was nobody there. The roadies were taking down the gear. But before I went in, they had the toilets up at the back. You could go in there first. So I must go into the toilet. Went into the toilet, and who was in there? Only Phil Lynott. I only told a few people this story. And I remember him distinctly. He had a real thin cricket-like jeans on him. And he had boots with the stars and stripes on him, right? And I said, oh, Jesus, well, Phil. Of course, I forgot what I was supposed to be doing in there. With amazement, you know. So he came out and he said, well, did you enjoy the show? Ah, fantastic. I said, yeah. He said, come on down, he said. So the had two aisles going down either side of the main seats. And we went down, the roadies were taking down the gear. And he kind of put his arm around me. And I said, come down here. He said, come down and meet a few of the lads. So I met Brian Downey and Eric Bell didn't happen to be there, probably gone out the back or something. So he said to the roadies, throw down a few of them photographs. You know the old photographs you used to have with the show bands? So your man threw down 3 photographs with the three of them on it. So Phil signed it for me, right? And I said, oh, Jesus, fantastic. And them days there were no cameras, right, you know. So that was one of my abiding memories, but I was actually waiting about 30 years to get that photograph signed by Brian Downey. He played with a band called Blues Up Front. They came down to the Hog's Head, and I went down one Saturday night to see him. And he came in, I took out the photograph. I had it in between a book for nearly 30 years. And I showed him the photograph. He nearly, I waited until the break at half time. I showed him the photograph. I said, Brian, would you sign that for me? I said, I'm only waiting about 30 years. He said, Jesus, where'd you get that? He said, I said, that was 1972 up around the corner, a place called the Forum up there, I said. So he signed it for me. So Eric Bell then, I said, I'll bide me time. And a few years afterwards, the Eric Bell band were playing down in Shefflin's. And you know, Owen Cavanagh out in Tramore, Gino's young fella, he was organising the thing. So I got in touch with him. I said, Owen, I said, I have a photograph here. I just need Eric, I said, to sign it for me. I'll have the three of them on the photograph, I said. So he said, yeah, okay, they're doing a sound check in the afternoon, Saturday afternoon. Come down, he said, Billy, be nobody there. Down I goes anyway. Next minute, we're just coming down off the stage, and I called Eric, showed him the photograph. Eric, I said, wouldn't oblige me signing that. I said, would you? The other two boys, I said, when you got that off Brian, I said, 3 or 4 years ago. The other one was originally back in 1972. Oh, jeez. Yeah, he said, what a photograph, he said. So he signed it, and I got it framed, and I put my own little epitaph thing on it.